The man earned the name, the fame, the acclaim. Watching him in the ring, you'd never be the same. So get your friends together, your entire family, cousins, your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, and your daughter. We welcome an absolute legend of a man known to us as the one and only Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter, welcome to the TCAN Celebrity Tournament.
Thank you, Private Klein. You're nothing but a maggot, a scum, and a slime, I've been told, but I'm happy to be on your show.
Sergeant Slaughter, may I speak, sir?
Yes.
Sir, are you here to win the entire Celebrity Tournament, sir?
I'm here to win. I've always been here to win.
I love it. Mr. Slaughter, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay. So, if you will, just humor me for a moment. I teach the craft of acting storytelling. I've been doing it for a while. I've been writing professionally for 20 years for some of the biggest studios in the world. So I got to stay on my game. I have to, as a writer. So I'm thinking of some words here for you because, Sarge, I think just rebranding, it's 2023. Instead of calling me maggot, I have grub, worm, bug, or larva. Do any of those work for you?
No.
No. Larva, like larva? 2 syllables, larva?
When I created Sergeant Slaughter, and as you said in my introduction, I happened to walk in from a time when I was working for my father, and I had to quit the business because my mother got cancer, and I had to take over his business, and I really missed the business a lot, but I wanted to do whatever I could for my father, of course my mother. And so one day we got rain. It started raining, and roofers, we can't work in the rain. So my dad said, go on home and we'll try it again tomorrow. So I got home. As soon as I walked in the door, we didn't have remotes back then, and there was a black and white TV, and I pulled the knob on the TV, and the Marine Corps hymn started playing. And I started watching it, and it was, of course, black and white, and it was called the DI, and the star of the show was Jack Webb. And I started watching this, and I couldn't stop. And back then, they didn't have commercials in between the movies. And I watched the whole thing. As soon as I got done watching it, I said, what a perfect character as a villain in professional wrestling. So I ran down.
Like an evil drill sergeant, kind of, yeah.
Yes, the drill instructor. Drill sergeants are Army. Drill instructors are Marines. And so I ran down to the local Army Navy surplus store and got a campaign cover, got a whistle and a riding crop.
Sure.
They didn't have swagger sticks. You had to earn those. And got some aviator glasses, got home and got an old t-shirt. And my wife came home from work, and I was dressed up as Sergeant Slaughter. And she said, what are you doing? Halloween's not for a couple of months yet. And I said, no, this is a new character I thought about for professional wrestling. She said, I headed down to Vern Gagne's office, who trained me. And I had this great idea for this new professional wrestler villain that I was going to play. And of course, Vern wasn't there. And his partner, Wally Carville, said, hey, what's going on? How's your mom doing? Hey, everybody's good. How's your dad? Everybody's good. So, what are you doing here? I said, well, I got this new character, Sergeant Slaughter, and a Marine drill instructor.
Man,
tell
you
me
made
about
it.
So I tried to tell him about it. And he said, well, Bob, they've had the G.I. Joes, and they've had this guy and that guy, and it never really worked. I said, no, this is the villain. I don't want to be the hero. I want to be the villain.
Sure.
And he stopped, jumped out behind the desk, and took my campaign cover, all my stuff, and started doing Sergeant Slaughter to me because he hated his drill instructor. He was in the Marine Corps. So that's how Sergeant Slaughter was created. I appreciate you having us on, and wasn't sure what to expect, but you're number one in my book as far as putting on a podcast and knowing what you know.
So let's go crazy like a mid-2000s coach writing Tom Cruise. I can already see the increase in views as I welcome in a talented, humble, kind human being. First name Miko, last name Hughes. Miko Hughes, welcome to the Celebrity Tournament, my friend.
Wow. I just feel like I walked out to an arena. I'm sitting in my apartment, and this is incredible, man. That I would have never expected something like that.
Miko, are you here to win the entire tournament, my friend?
That's not up to me. That's up to everyone out there. I'm here to have a good time and just chat with you. If I win, I would be over the moon, but I'm just here to talk to you.
We're going to start with Miko. And Miko, the question I asked you was, if you could erase one technological advancement from the world, what would it be and why, good sir?
I think more on a zoomed out view, propaganda, just in general, has changed the world in so many ways, but it could be good and it could be bad. It's generally seen as bad. What I kept going back to specifically within the umbrella of that, if you consider that a technology, it's a human creation, is social media. And that is such a double-edged sword because it's so important and such a big part of our lives, especially in the film industry and as creators, and we have to use it often as a tool for business and to reach people. But it also causes so many problems. I think with society, we hear about how it affects kids and teens and preteens, especially young girls. I hear like always trying to look a certain way or keep up with their peers. And when there was a day where I don't know what happened, the servers went down and there was no Instagram, there was no Facebook, and it was like a weight was lifted. Then when my phone is down and I know everyone else has it, that's stressful. It's like, oh, I'm missing out, but it's the FOMO. But when no one had it, it felt so freeing. And there was something to that I think for as much benefit as it has brought us, it's also kind of taken something away. And how do we get back to that? And how do you manage it effectively when the addiction machine is also used your business machine? And it can be so easy to fall into bubbles and echo chambers without even realizing it. You tell the algorithm what you like, even if that's benign, so it shows you more of that, so you don't see anything else.
You're a new friend. You had a nice time, my friend?
Yeah, I had an amazing time. You're a fascinating person, Avi. I'm enjoying getting to know you and seeing how you operate, and I'm impressed. So I'm happy to be a part of this, and I'm looking forward to whatever's next.
This is the time to sit back and relax and jump for joy and glee. I'd like to welcome to the green room a kind and talented human being. Last name Wallace, first name Dee Wallace. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you. I didn't know you were a poet too.
I mean, neither did I. I'm not. And again, she's here to win this tournament. Am I right? You're here to win pride in the prize.
Hell yes. Why play if you don't want to win?
I love it.
I want to win every day I get up. Every single minute that I'm alive. Otherwise, what's the point?
Mrs. Dee Wallace, if you can please make a case for self-love as the greatest gift that we can give ourselves whenever you are ill.
We're never taught self-love. We're actually taught not to love ourselves, that it's blasphemous, that it's we're full of ourselves if we love ourselves. But if you think about it, everything in your life is a choice. And isn't it a match to self-love to forgive others? Don't you raise yourself up with love when you're in gratitude for your life and for your blessings? I believe love is the greatest power we have to create with. If you want something, love it more. And if you are continually judging yourself, putting yourself down, not accepting your own magnificence and your light, it's more challenging to be in gratitude and forgiveness and acceptance for the blessings in your life. So every feeling and every thought that we have has a frequency and a vibration that we shoot out. So if we send out love, the universe looks for a match to that love and it sends it back to us. When we love ourselves, we choose the highest love for everything and everybody else in our lives. And it raises us up as well as everything that we touch. Betty Friedan changed literally the trajectory of women's rights and possibilities in this country. Before that, before her and all of her movements, we literally go back to the 1920s and 30s in the women's suffragette movement. And that was, of course, a time when women came out very powerfully in this world, because you know why? Because we were needed. We were needed in the factories. We were needed to help keep this country going and alive and prosperous.
You are class personified. Did you have a nice time tonight in the green room?
I had a great time. And you know, I probably do 10 to 20 interviews a week, and I can't tell you how refreshing it is that somebody knows what they're doing.